Hi friends, welcome back. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading as much lately, but I've got a fun one for you today and I couldn't wait to share it with you all. So CN Designer Dip sent me their Neon Opal Glow collection and this collection is so amazing. The colors are all so good that I didn't want to choose. So I thought it'd be really fun to do like ombres with these. So it's going to be a rainbow ombre dip powder mani, but I'm going to throw on some chrome and I am obsessed with the way this turned out. So not only are they really fun neon colors, they all have these amazing opal flakies in them. And I forgot to get a picture or video, but they glow so bright as well. So as I kind of mentioned, each finger is going to have 3 colors. I'm going to mix it up because I feel like no matter what color combination you use, they all go so well together. So I really wanted to be able to showcase that. I'm going to do one finger at a time. So I'm just pouring my colors into my Chaos Gemeralds just so I have more room to do the ombre so I make less of a mess. So I'm taking my dip base, which is a glue that my dip powder adheres to. This one that I'm using is about a medium dry time so that I have more time to do my ombre. So I'm starting with my first color, which is Glow Stick. I'm dipping my eyeshadow brush into that and I'm just tapping that on to that corner of my nail. So I'm going to do my nail in about thirds. So I'm just making sure that I get that sidewall as well. And then I'm tapping off the excess powder and you notice I'm tapping away from the wet dip base because that's where I want the other colors to go. So I'm dipping into my second color and then my third color, Bahama Mama. I'm dipping my eyeshadow brush into that color and then tapping on to the rest of the third of my nail. So it does go fairly quickly, but I don't have to work as fast because I'm using a medium dry time dip base. So I'm not worried about full coverage just yet. So it's almost full coverage, so I'd say it's really good coverage, but definitely want to do a second layer to build that up. So I cleaned up around my cuticle area and sidewalls using my precision tool, and now I'm dusting off the excess powder so you can see that coverage. So now we're going to go in with layer 2. So for layer 2, once again, I'm going in with my dip base. I'm applying a thin, even layer to my entire nail. If I missed any spots with my first layer, I want to make sure that I'm covering it up with my second layer because I wanted to hopefully stick to 2 layers, which I did find that was plenty. So I'm starting in the reverse order. So since I ended with Bahama Mama, I'm going to start with that and that helps for a more seamless ombre. So I'm just dipping my eyeshadow brush into Bahama Mama, tapping off the excess powder, and then I'm going to go in with Summer Jams, dipping my eyeshadow brush into that and then dipping that, or not, tapping that onto that corner of my nail, tap off the excess powder, and then lastly going in with Glow Stick. So that kind of helps it blend a little bit more if you go in the reverse order. And then you do the same, like if you did a third or fourth layer, you would then reverse the order again. Because I'm using dip base and only have a finite amount of time to apply the dip powder before it dries on me, I decided it'd be easier to use 3 separate eyeshadow brushes instead of using one and taking a little extra time to wipe it in between each color to reduce the contamination. Of course, you do you, and if you only want to use one eyeshadow brush, you certainly can. I just do recommend that you wipe it in between each color so you don't contaminate it with the previous color. But it's so little that if you do contaminate it, it's probably not going to make that big of a difference. So whatever you want to do. However, I finished with my thumb. I was really happy with the way it looked with 2 layers. So I'm moving on to my index finger using 3 new colors. So I just applied my dip base. And so this is Poolside Punch. I'm dipping my eyeshadow brush into that, tapping it into the corner of my nail. And then on the other corner, I'm applying, I think this is Aquaholic. It's such a pretty blue color. Tapping off the excess powder. And when you tap off the excess powder, just make sure that you're tapping it away from the wet dip base that's on your nail because that's where you want your other color to go. So if you tap off and you tap off onto the wet dip base, you're going to get more of that color on it. So just make sure that you're tapping away. So once I finished tapping on my 3 colors, I cleaned up around my cuticle area and sidewalls using my precision tool. Once that's dry, dust off the excess powder, and then I'm going to go in with layer 2. And once again, for my second layer, after I apply my dip base, I'm going to reverse the order. So since I ended with Buzz Off, I'm going to start with Buzz Off at my free edge area, tapping that in, and then I will go in with Aquaholic and then Poolside Punch. So always reverse your order every layer that you do. And I will say, with an ombre, have fun with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not like a color block. You're not worried about like straight lines, anything like that. And the one thing I'll say about ombres is, you know, the distance from your nail will make a difference. So the closer you are to your nail when you're tapping on your powder, the more precise you're going to be with it. The further away from your nail, it's going to spread a little bit more. So depending on how you want it to look, you can get closer to your nail or further away from your nail. So that's a tip that I find helpful. Hopefully you do as well. Before I started this mani, I actually wrote down what 3 colors I wanted to use for each nail because I wanted to make sure that I was using all the colors and mix and matching them. And I actually got confused when I was actually doing the mani and I was looking at wrong fingers. And so I actually am reusing Aquaholic and Buzz Off, which I used on my index finger. So I did get a little bit more of a repeat than I had planned, but I'm not mad at it because I still love the way these colors look together. So the orange is main squeeze, and then I have Buzz Off and Aquaholic. But because I realized it, I'm going to do it in like at least different areas of my nail. So it's not like Buzz Off at my free edge on both nails. And I'm not sure if you could hear it in the background, but we're actually getting a thunderstorm right now. So the thunder is really loud. I'm not really fond of thunderstorms. However, I am really happy it's finally raining. We need so much more rain because we've kind of been in a drought. We've been like in stage 1 water restrictions for maybe like a month now or so, and they've been talking about implementing stage 2. So we need this rain and more. So I'm really happy to see it, but it's loud. So I'm not sure if you could hear it. I did want to mention that. The other thing I want to mention is I'm not sure if the sound is weird. I'm currently laying in bed doing this voiceover because this morning I pulled something in my back. So I've been having so many problems trying to get around. I've been doing a heating pad. I've got like a back patch. I tried some pain relievers. And so far, it's been helping a little bit, but not enough. So hopefully I can sleep it off and feel better tomorrow. And that's the really crappy thing about getting older, because literally I was pulling out a chair from the kitchen island, and that's how I pulled my back. Like, that's crazy that I would pull my back doing that. I was actually hoping to get to my nail desk today to do another nail set and record another video, but obviously that didn't happen because I cannot sit at my desk right now. So at least this week is my at-home work week, so I don't have to worry about trying to drive into the office and sitting at those really uncomfortable desks all day long. But anyway, I'm going to stop yapping and finish up these nails. After I finish with my 2 layers on all my nails, I'm going to go ahead and cap them in clear using my CN Designer Dips Ultra Clear 2020. I really love the way the ombre looks, so I didn't want to risk filing and buffing through any of that, so that's why I'm going to protect it with a layer of clear. So I applied my dip base, I'm dipping into my clear dip powder, and then once it's completely dry, I'm going to take a stiff scrub brush, and I'm going to make sure that I scrub off the excess clear really well. That ensures that I don't have any graininess or cloudiness with my clear. And then after I scrub off the excess powder, I'm going to go ahead and activate my nails. I'm going to apply a generous amount of activator to make sure that it's penetrating through the 3 layers of dip powder. I'm going to wait a full 2 minutes and file and buff off camera. And then I'll be back and we're going to do some chrome. So here's how my nails are looking after a quick file and buff. And quite honestly, my plan was just to go into top coat after this, but then I got this intrusive thought in my head that would not let go. So I thought, how would this ombre look with chrome on top of it? So I've got my donut chrome and I'm going in with a layer of gel base first. So I am using gel for the chrome. And the reason why I'm going in with gel base first is because the dip powder is smooth. I buffed it smooth, and if I went straight in with gel top coat, it would peel off because it doesn't have anything to grip onto. So I'm applying a layer of gel base first to all my nails. I'm going to cure it for a full 60 seconds, and then I will go in with the gel top coat. So when you're chroming with gel, you need a no wipe gel top coat. But like I mentioned before, if I did gel top coat first, it would peel off, then I'd lose my chrome, and then it would be like all that work for nothing. With my no wipe gel top coat, I'm starting with capping my free edge first. And the reason why I cap my free edge first with my top coat is because as I'm capping the free edge, it's creating a ledge on the surface of my nail because some of the gel's getting on there. So then once I apply the top coat to the surface of my nail, it's smoothing out that little ledge that's created, because when you're applying chrome will show off and highlight any imperfection. So your nails need to be as smooth as possible, because if there are any lumps or bumps, it becomes super noticeable once you apply chrome on top of it. So I want to make sure that I'm avoiding it. So I'm just being really careful applying my gel top coat, making sure that it's even. Once I apply that on my nail, I'll turn my hand upside down for about 10 seconds to let that top coat level. And then I'm only going to flash cure it. You don't want to fully cure your gel top coat or else the chrome's not going to stick to it. So depending on the top coat you use and depending on the lamp you use, it's going to depend on your flash cure time. But I find about usually between 15 to 20 seconds for me is the sweet spot. I think for this gel top coat, I flash cured for about 20 seconds. And so now that I'm flash cured, I'm using an eyeshadow applicator and I'm just rubbing that chrome onto my nail so it applies super easily. So if you under cure your gel top coat, it's going to be like gunky and kind of pill up on your nail. And if you cure your nail too long, it's not going to stick at all. So that's why you need to just find that sweet spot for your flash curing. So once I've applied that chrome to my nails, I like to take a makeup sponge and help rub that in a little bit more. It also removes the excess chrome powder. And then once I've got that all rubbed in, my nail at this point, they're only not even half cured, they're only flash cured. So I'm going to put my hand in my lamp and cure it the rest of the way through. Now that that's fully cured, I need to protect my chrome or else it's going to rub right off. So I need another layer of gel top coat. So I'm starting with capping my free edge first. So not only is that going to protect my chrome at my free edge, it's also going to help protect my chrome from peeling right off. So I applied my gel top coat, cured for a full 60 seconds. And now, as always, I'm going to finish up my mani by rehydrating my cuticles. I'm using my Scales of Mermaid cuticle oil in the scent Show Me Your Fishy Face. If you've been around, you know this is my absolute favorite scent. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit tart. I just love this so much. And of course, I do have an affiliate code with Scales of a Mermaid. So if you decide to purchase anything, you can use code GENIE10 to save 10% off your orders. So I'm just going ahead and rubbing that in really well. And that pretty much finishes today's mani. So let me know what you think. Are you team chrome or no chrome? And also, which finger is your favorite? For me, I think it's a tie between my thumb and ring finger, but I really do love the way all of these colors look together. So I hope this video is helpful and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this, and it also helps YouTube recommend me to others, which helps grow my channel. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I've kind of gotten off my upload schedule, but I'm trying to upload at least every Monday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But be sure to turn on your notifications if you want to be notified anytime I upload. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!